Nora? Nora, look at me. Nora, are you listening to me? Turn that thing up!
Oh, you still here?
How long have we been friends?
Too long.
Nora, don't do this to me.
Too long if all you're good for is a lie.
Now, you listen to me, Nora Richards. You know I'm telling you the truth.
Little late for that, isn't it?
It's starting all over again.
What?
You're pulling into your shell like some wrinkly old tortoise.
Who you calling wrinkly? You ain't no Oil of Olay commercial yourself.
Can't you see you did the same thing when George died?
No, I can't see, Madeline. That's just the problem. I can't see, and I can't hear, and I can't walk hardly. That's about the size of it. I'm through. It's time to die. That's it.
You did the exact same thing when George died. We practically had to drag you out of the house.
You wouldn't leave a poor woman alone to mourn for her husband.
I'll build the fire.
Okay, I'll get the tree light.
I'm sure looking forward to some of that blue ribbon apple pie.
Well, they're gonna heat it right up, Monroe.
Good.
Now, see? Don't you feel better? You got out and did something.
Yeah, Aunt Nora really got into the game. I saw her.
Oh, she's Bennington's biggest fan. They couldn't play without her.
Well, with me, they'd have lost by 35 points. Oh, Bernice! You can't use the toaster oven with the Christmas tree lights.
I'll get the fuse, Aunt Nora.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Everybody means well.
Whoops. I didn't break anything.
That's a miracle, Fred.
I'm all right.
That's good, Fred.
Nora, it's Yvonne.
It wasn't my fault.
We know, Fred. I know who it is.
Nora, we would like you and Madeline to be in charge of taking the shut-ins to the Tabernacle Choir concert this year.
Not on your life.
Well, LeGrand is donating the bus, just like George used to do. And he wants you to be there, too, don't you, LeGrand?
Of course, Aunt Nora. It wouldn't be the same without you.
LeGrand, you are my fondest nephew and my only kin. But just because George left the bus company to you, don't mean you can boss me.
Oh, nobody's trying to boss you, Nora.
No.
We just want to feel your spirit there.
Yes. Everybody all right on this bus? Oh, you okay? Oh, you're so sweet.
But you can't drive a bus, Aunt Nora.
Well, I thought you wanted me to come.
Well, I do, but you don't.
Then.
But you can't drive the bus. Now, look, we'll have to cancel the trip, and it'll be your fault. Now, think of the others.
Oh, for mercy's sakes, let her drive.
But you don't have a license.
That won't wash, young man. George got me a chauffeur's license. He just never let me use it.
Yeah, and he wouldn't now.
George is dead. Let's go. Sing louder. I've heard fish sing louder than that. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King.
Aunt Nora!
Nora, dear, I'll lead them. You just drive.
I want to hear him.
Aunt Nora, please.
Nora just missed the turnoff to Salt Lake City.
Did not.
She's right, Aunt Nora.
I'm taking the shortcut.
There is no shortcut. There is no shortcut.
I heard that. I heard that, conspirators. Now what?
How fast were you going?
How should I know? I've got on my fire glasses. I'll handle it.
License and registration, ma'am. Evening. Ma'am, I need to see your license and registration.
Is there a problem, officer?
Ma'am, you have any idea how fast you were going?
Young lady, it's a far better thing that I know where I am.
I still can't believe she let you off with just a warning.
She understood me.
Look at all the lights. I swear there are a million more every year.
George loved this place more than anything.
From the Messiah by George Frederick Handel, the Hallelujah Chorus.
I'll meet you at the bus. You know, Madeline, after George died, it was the little things I missed. Just holding his hand. That was something we always did after the concerts. Where are you going?
To the kitchen to clean up.
Well, not on your own.
Come on, then. Well, I must say, you certainly did this in style.
Thanks. You know, I recollect that that was the exact night that I first thought of the Christmas pageant.
Nora Richards, all these years I've let you say that because the credit hardly matters. And besides, I knew that psychologically you needed to say it. But now is the time to set the record straight. You know very well the Christmas pageant was my idea.
You know, I don't know any psychiatry talk or why it is your memory plays tricks like that. But both of us know beyond the teeny-weeniest little shadow of a doubt that the Christmas pageant was my idea.
It was my idea.
Sometimes Madeline gets confused. Not that it matters, but I did think of it first.
Nora, ask Monroe. He heard it from me.
After you heard it from me.
Ladies, I think the council would like to hear your idea.
Well, that's what I was trying to tell you. You see, I think, well, that is we, I'm sure Madeline wants to help, think that Bennington should put on a yearly Christmas pageant.
If we want to involve the entire town the way they do
In Germany. You know that place where they put on a passion play every 10 years? Oberama, you know that place.
Oberrammer, Rotterdam, Gau.
What do you need from us?
Well, first we need the school auditorium every afternoon for 3 weeks to rehearse.
What about the basketball team? Don't they practice after school?
Well, you think they'd play any worse if they didn't?
We'll work it out with Coach Dahl. Thank you.
Thank you.
Talked to Garth yesterday.
How is old Garth?
Figured he could buy the Johnson spread if he could get Garland's water share.
I think that's it.
Garth's dumb as a post if he figures he can get away with that.
Not while Mitchell's the chairman.
Excuse me.
Aye, 'cause he's tighter than I am.
Excuse me. We will also need some money.
I didn't ken you could expect any of that from these chambers.
Oh, Niles, you wouldn't pay for your own funeral. You know, I truly had hoped to have this finished by this afternoon, but a certain someone keeps filling up the script with scenes from the Savior's life, which have nothing to do with the Christmas story. However, it will not have any effect on our rehearsal today.
I've got the new scenes for the Christmas pageant. We need to show what Jesus' life is about. That's all. Everybody knows the Christmas story by heart. But what'll make our pageant special is that we show how Jesus blesses people's lives.
Madeline. When you get talking like that, how can I argue with you?
Well, don't argue. Who says you have to argue?
It just isn't the Christmas story. And it came to pass in those days that a decree went out from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. Now that's the Christmas story.
After all these years, will you finally admit I was right?
After all these years, I have just learned that sometimes the truth must suffer in silence.
All right, guys, let's take some shots. Put some hustle in, okay? Come on.
Now, put some hustle in it, wise man. Now, wait a minute. I count only 2 wise men. How come?
Ace couldn't come today. His milker broke.
All right. Now, Madeline comes forward, and you know what your problem is? You're aiming. It's a fluid motion. It starts in the knees, and the ball is the extension of your legs, arcing up and in. Don't aim. Don't think. Just shoot. So now, Madeline comes to the microphone and makes her speech, which I have agreed to let her add to the script, in exchange for which she has promised to quit trying to convince you all that this was her idea to begin with.
Jesus' entire life was spent among humble folk.
Go now. I know you'll do good.
And he went through the Holy Land, working mighty miracles, such as healing the sick, raising the dead, making the lame to walk, the blind to receive their sight, and the deaf to hear, and curing all manner of diseases. There's no stopping you then. You just came alive. Seemed like whatever was happening in the town, you were behind it. Organizing the women's groups, leading the literary society, subbing for Santa, saving the whales. My, all those causes. The quilting bee, making mittens for the children.
LeGrand wants you home now.
Not yet, Aunt Nora.
Oh, no, I've got my orders.
Aunt Nora, come fly the kite with us.
Oh, mercy me, no, I'm too old for that.
No, you're not. Come on, let's go.
I just gotta
Okay,
catch my
let's go.
breath. Go play for 5 minutes more.
All right.
Make it 10. I remembered a spring day when I was Erica's age, and I flew my kite so high I thought it would get tangled in the clouds. It was just a diamond-shaped affair with pine braces, not like these newfangled things. And then I thought that George must be up there with the clouds and the kites. How funny I must look to him, sprawled out on the ground like that. And last of all, I wondered what that black spot was, almost as big as the kite, that was starting to blot out the sky.
Nora, the spot you're seeing is macular degeneration.
In English?
There's no operation. There's no cure.
How long before I won't be able to see it all?
That's hard to say.
That means soon, doesn't it?
Well, you're certainly welcome to a second opinion, but I don't want to raise any false hope.
Oh, I'm not expecting any cures. I'm just expecting to die now.
That's been your first reaction to every new challenge. I think I'll die now.
Your first reaction has always been to haul me out of my own house.
You always thanked us afterwards when we made you do things.
Not that time.
Aunt Nora? Aunt Nora?
We're here.
Oh, Aunt Nora, this is Jenny from the Blind Center. Jenny, this is my Aunt Nora.
I'm very glad to know you.
Well, I hope you still are when you do.
Jenny, I'll take your suitcase to your room.
Thank you. Won't you show me your house?
Well, show yourself. You're the one with the eyes.
Didn't anybody tell you? I'm blind, too.
Oh, that's terrific. The blind?
Leading the blind. Yes, I've heard that before. But I can help you to become more independent. Table? No.
was your husband's name? George. George, that's a nice name, isn't it? Now, about your clothes.
I know about my clothes.
Well, if you get Madeline to sort your dresses by color, then you'll always know what you're wearing.
What? Madeline's got better things than to fuss with my closets.
Now, see, we can tell how much this is by weight. Learn to feel the weight of it. See, feel this? This is off. Right there. Mm-hmm. Low. Nora, when you're cooking meat, listen to the sound of it. See, when it begins to sound drier, you'll know it's done. You know, people tell me all the time about the wonderful things that you do for folks in this town.
Did.
Why do you say that?
Look at me. I'm about as useful as a two-legged stool.
Oh.
How long have you been blind, anyway?
Since birth.
You poor dear.
Is that pity I hear?
Certainly not. Just surprise.
You know, I think there's a difference between people like me and someone like you who loses her sight late in life. You know, ever since I was born, I knew I needed others. I had to accept their help. But you haven't needed that until now. You've been the giver. It gives you a lot of power over other people's lives. It must be a terrible thing for you.
What?
Losing that power.
I don't know that I've got enough in here or not. I'm trying to see.
Just pour slowly.
Well. Oh. Hello? Oh, Madeline. Yeah, Jenny is a miracle. I mean, she's really teaching me what I've got to know. And I'm doing it, too. Not another word. You and the carolers can come by on Christmas Eve to pick me up and take me to the pageant. But I'm going to serve you my English butter toffee first. Well, wouldn't be Christmas without my English butter toffee. No, I don't want any help. Okay. How LeGrand used to love this. Hello. Merry Christmas. Later. Okay. Stop! Oh, dear. Ah! Guess what? When I was on the phone.
Oh, dear. Something's terribly wrong.
Merry
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Aunt Nora.
Nora.
Merry Christmas, Nora.
Merry Christmas, Nora. Merry Christmas, Nora.
Merry Christmas, Nora.
Aunt Nora? Aunt Nora, turn it on. You've got company. It's time to go to the school for the Christmas pageant.
No.
Aunt Nora, what's wrong?
Kitchen's a mess.
That doesn't matter. We can clean it up later. Come on, get your coat. Let's go. Aunt Nora, it really doesn't matter.
Toffee's no good.
Nora, this is Madeline. Can I tell you something? Your toffee never was that good.
Wait. You didn't like my toffee?
Frankly, I've had better.
You never liked my toffee?
No.
Is this only Madeline Mumford's personal opinion, or didn't anybody like my toffee? What about the rest? I mean, the mittens and the blankets. I suppose you don't like the Christmas pageant either.
We like all those things, but the point is, Nora, we like you.
Well, I'm glad to know the truth at last. Is there anyone else here who has something patronizing to say to me before you go? Fine. Shut the door when you go. It gets cold in here.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks for helping me clean up the kitchen.
Now then, I could use some hot chocolate. How about you?
Why not?
Oh, dear.
Madeline?
I forgot.
Oh, wait. I meant to ask LeGrand to get me some more fuses. Well, never mind, come on.
I can't see.
What's the matter? You handicapped? Come on. That's sit by the fire. Read me the story.
Is there enough light? Oh! Why didn't you use that before?
Didn't need it before.
Uh-huh.
Oh! It's on now, I think.
Thank you. And as Jesus passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Jesus answered, Neither hath this man sinned, nor his parents, but that the works of God should be made manifest in him.
Madeline.
What?
This isn't the Christmas story.
And Jesus said, "For judgment I am come into the world, that they which see not might see, and they which see might be made blind."
I don't get it.
You really don't get it, do you?
No.
You remember that Christmas song?
No.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. How's it go?
I know how it goes.
Let earth receive her King. Well?
Well, what?
Are you ever gonna do it?
Do what?
Receive?
What time is it?
It is 8:15.
We're late. We've got to hurry.
Where?
To the school. The pageant's already started.
Oh, I don't think we ought to go there tonight.
The little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head. The stars in the heavens looked down where he lay. The little Lord Jesus asleep on the hay.
I think I see a couple of seats.
Take me to the stage.
And there were shepherds abiding in the fields, keeping watch over their flocks by night. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room in the inn. And the 3 wise men came from the east, following the star. And they brought gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
Thank you.
Henry. Jesus' entire life was spent among humble folk. And so he went through the Holy Land, working mighty miracles, such as healing the sick, causing the lame to walk, and the deaf to hear. And the blind to receive their sight.
It's a miracle. I can see. It's a miracle. I can see. I can see, you know. I guess everybody doesn't have to go blind in order to see, but I'm so stubborn, I guess I did. When George and I first moved here 55 years ago, I said to myself, Nora, don't you rest until you belong in this town. Oh, I was so smart. I thought I knew just how to do it. When Henrietta Johnson, his husband, died, I milked her cows every morning for a year. There were some mornings when I wasn't sure I wanted to be that nice, but I did it. See, in my mind, I was always the star of the show. I made you laugh. I helped you out. I cheered you up when you felt down. And as long as I was giving, I felt real good. Then everything changed. I became like these. Of course, it wasn't true. I wasn't really like these until tonight. But now I see. This Christmas story isn't about giving. It's about all the things we can't possibly give. You can't make these eyes work again or bring my George back to me. I could never hope to cure the secret ills of your hearts. But someone was born into this world to do all those things. And he's been trying to tell me, Nora, let go. Let me do it. Let go of that pride. Makes you think you gotta run the show. Now I see. Because this is what's been making you blind. Let earth receive her king. I never heard the words before. Let earth receive her king. Let me.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive